Welcome back to episode 2 of Yamaha blaster swapping my Honda Grom. Now of course this is a modified blaster engine capable of producing well over 30 horsepower. But with that being said, let's go ahead and get right into the build. Alright guys, so I've decided I'm going to redo the engine cradle because this piece of square tubing is just bothering me. I don't like the way it looks, although no one's probably going to notice it except me. So I'm just going to run up some tubing all the way to here and just make it look better and more professional. I'm just going to cut this cradle off and make a new one. Alright guys, so check that out. I got the engine cradle and the engine mounts pretty much done. Went ahead and welded everything. It's gonna look really nice. And I even threw in some bracing underneath the engine. So now what I'm gonna work on is mounting up the carburetor. It is gonna be quite difficult, but I have a plan. Now of course we could end up cutting this backbone out and have all the space we need for a carburetor, but something tells me that's just not really a good idea. So I'm just going to leave this in. So here is the plan for the intake. So I've ordered this flange from a plasma cut company. And then I have some really tight radius 1.5 inch tubing. That's just going to stick in. The plan is to run a 35mm carb. This would be a good range carb for everything. Ideally, you'd want to run a 38 with this setup though. Alright guys, so I think I figured out how the carburetor is going to mount. And it's actually not that bad. So we'll just have to weld it right here and then add a pie cut right there. And the carburetor should be mounted. It'll also act as a little chain guard. And what I'll do from here is just silicone coupler like 135 degrees and then have my air filter in this area. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get this tacked in. Alright, so I am using my HTP Invertig 221 TIG welder. The machine just performs amazing. I love welding aluminum. Aluminum is way easier than stainless, but stainless is just really rewarding. You get those nice colors pop after you're done welding. As you can see here, I'm implementing a chill block so that the piece stays cool and it doesn't warp. The piece of aluminum that's bolted to the bottom. Now, HTP is running a promo with me. Use the code Vasily 5% to get 5% off any HTP consumables or accessories and pretty much everything on their site. So I have the link and the code in the description. And end product came out really nice. Would you just check that out, guys? I'm really happy with the placement of the carburetor, and the intake actually didn't end up being too long, which is good. It's going to help me utilize the most out of this engine. And then we'll just put a shorty air filter right there we will have to notch the fairings a little bit. With the carburetor out the way, what I want to do is stretch this Grom. Now this is just mostly for my safety so I don't get hurt, and I hate the stock tensioners, so I'm going to be upgrading to these nice stretch blocks. I'm only doing a minor 3-inch stretch. So yeah, I'm actually really excited. Personally, I'm not a big fan of stretch bikes. I think only very few bikes can pull off the look. I think it makes it look like a squatted truck. But yeah, that's why I'm only doing a minor stretch. Alright guys, so check this out. We got the stretch kit installed. It was actually pretty simple to install. We gained about, I'd say 3 inches. Definitely going to be way easier to just tension the chain. It's a pretty quality kit. So what I'm going to do now is just finalize everything on the bike. Check this out. So I just did a test run on the head and painted it black, and I actually really love how that looks. Eventually I want to paint this whole motor black. It's just really cold right now, and I'm running out of time. Because basically this is all that I need, the CDI coil and kill switch right here. Alright guys, so we're gonna find out if the fairings are gonna clear over this foam air filter. Oh, nah, it doesn't really want to. Okay guys, so I think I'm gonna cut this fairing along this seam right here and hope that it solves that issue. Alright, so this is what I ended up removing, and let's give it a fit. Perfect. Wow, I love that, guys. And that's a wrap. Alright guys, so check this out. The Grom is ready to rip. I brought it out here. Got the RDZ drag pipe mounted on there just as a temporary solution, and I've kind of just guesstimated the jetting. But yeah, I'm super excited, and of course I picked one of the coldest days to do this. It's in the 20s right now. But yeah, I'm just gonna send it. I'm super excited.
Wow, guys, this thing is insane. So I'm gonna do a little top speed run.
Well guys, that's going to be a wrap for this video. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like down below and drop me some suggestions for what to do to this Grom next. There was a few little issues like the clutch slipping, which is a clear sign that we are actually making more power, and then it was running kind of lean. Maybe there's an air leak somewhere that I have to look into. With that being said guys, be sure to follow me on Instagram @VasiliBuilds, and I'll have to catch you in the next one. Peace. God bless.